Have you ever brushed off a sudden wave of dizziness after a private moment, thinking it's just part of getting older? Or maybe you felt your heart race unexpectedly, never linking it to something as simple as the time of day you chose for self-pleasure. What if that small detail could change everything? I'm Dr. Sarah Thompson, a geriatric specialist with 25 years of experience, and today I'm here to share a truth that could save your life. At 74, Harold, once vibrant and independent, lost everything in one misjudged moment. Found unconscious in his bathroom, with no warning signs, his life changed instantly. His story is far from rare. It could be yours, unless you know the 7 most dangerous times of day for seniors to masturbate. This isn't about shame. It's about survival. In the next few minutes, you'll uncover hidden risks, learn how to protect your heart, maintain your balance, and preserve your independence. You'll also discover the one golden hour when your body is safest. Your strength, your freedom, and your future depend on it. The hidden dangers, why timing matters after 60. As you move beyond your 60s, your body operates differently than it did in your 30s or 40s. This isn't a flaw, it's the natural progression of aging. Blood vessels lose their elasticity fades, blood vessels become stiffer, and the body loses its ability to adapt quickly to sudden changes. Heart rhythms can grow less predictable, and maintaining balance turns into a delicate coordination between muscles, nerves, and reflexes. Sexual stimulation, while a natural and healthy part of life, places considerable demands on your body. It speeds up your heart rate, triggers sudden spikes in blood pressure, and redirects blood flow to specific areas. When mistimed, these shifts can overwhelm your system, leading to dizziness, dangerous falls, or even life-threatening events such as heart attacks or strokes. Over the years, I've seen countless seniors underestimate these risks. Men like Harold, a vibrant 72-year-old who suffered a fall so severe it cost him his independence, forcing him into assisted living. Women like Margaret, who dismissed her recurring dizziness as part of aging until a stroke left her dependent on a walker. These aren't rare stories. They are far too common, yet often hidden in silence, buried under embarrassment or stigma about discussing sexual health in later life. The good news is, you can protect yourself. By understanding your body's vulnerabilities and making wise decisions, you can preserve your vitality, maintain your independence, and continue living life on your own terms. Recognizing the 7 most dangerous times of day to engage in sexual activity is the first step. The first? Right after waking. When the morning surge hits the moment your eyes open. In the morning, your body shifts from the calm restoration of sleep to the demands of a new day. This transition, often called the morning surge, is a complex process. Your adrenal glands release a burst of cortisol, the stress hormone that jumpstarts your metabolism and sharpens alertness. At the same time, blood pressure rises as your cardiovascular system prepares for activity, and your heart rate quickens to deliver oxygen-rich blood to muscles and organs. For those over 60, this natural shift is especially delicate. Aging arteries become stiffer, less able to handle sudden changes in blood flow. The heart, too, may be less resilient, particularly when conditions like high blood pressure or atherosclerosis are present. Engaging in sexual activity during this vulnerable window is like flooring the gas pedal in a car that hasn't warmed up, risking serious failure. The physical intensity of orgasm can push heart rates above 130 beats per minute, then cause a sudden drop in blood pressure. This 1-2 impact can destabilize an already strained system, leading to dizziness, fainting, or even a heart attack. I recall James, a 68-year-old retired teacher who loved woodworking. One morning, just minutes after waking, he chose to indulge in self-pleasure. The sudden strain caused him to collapse, hitting his head on the nightstand. The concussion sent him to the hospital, but the emotional toll was greater. He lost the confidence to live alone, giving up his workshop and the craft he cherished. The lesson is clear. Your body needs time to stabilize after waking. Wait at least an hour before any activity that places heavy demands on your heart. Use that time to ease into the day with heart-friendly habits. Drink a glass of water to rehydrate, stretch lightly to boost circulation, and take slow, deep breaths to oxygenate and calm your system. These small acts of kindness to your heart can prevent a fleeting moment of pleasure from turning into a life-altering tragedy, allowing you to enjoy your vitality safely. The second dangerous time comes during afternoon fatigue, often called the midday slump. Between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m., your body naturally shifts into a lower energy state as part of its circadian rhythm. Hormone levels fluctuate, blood sugar dips, and blood pressure softens. Muscles may grow stiff from sitting or inactivity, and your mind can feel foggy, longing for the refreshment of a nap. For adults over 60, this is a particularly vulnerable window. Reflexes slow, balance becomes less steady, and the risk of injury from sudden movements rises sharply. It's tempting to seek a quick burst of stimulation. Masturbation can seem like a way to fight the lethargy and feel energized. But this is exactly when your body is least prepared for the cardiovascular and neurological demands of sexual activity. The sudden jolt of arousal and orgasm can overwhelm a sluggish system, triggering disorientation, loss of balance, or even a dangerous fall. Falls remain a leading cause of injury among seniors, often leading to fractures that require long recoveries and may permanently limit independence. Take Eleanor, a 71-year-old widow who loved tending her rose garden. One afternoon, feeling restless during her usual energy dip, she sought a quick lift through self-pleasure. When she stood up afterward, dizziness swept over her and she collapsed, breaking her wrist. Surgery and months of therapy followed, and with it came the loss of her beloved gardening routine, her greatest joy, leaving her frustrated and grieving that loss. Eleanor's story is a stark reminder to respect your body's natural rhythms during the afternoon slump. Choose activities that restore energy without placing unnecessary strain on your heart or balance. If you feel tired, take a short nap. Sip water to stay hydrated, or enjoy a gentle walk to stimulate circulation and clear your mind. By saving intimate moments for times when your body is alert and resilient, such as mid-morning or early evening, you greatly reduce the risk of falls or injuries, allowing you to keep enjoying the activities that bring you fulfillment. The third dangerous time comes right after a big meal, the digestive tug-of-war. Picture a plate piled high with roasted chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, fresh steamed vegetables, and a glass of rich red wine. It's comforting and satisfying, but it also demands a great deal from your body. Digestion is energy-intensive, requiring a large share of your blood supply to be directed toward your stomach and intestines. This shift temporarily reduces the blood available to your heart, brain, and other vital organs. For those over 60, whose cardiovascular systems may already be affected by age-related changes or chronic conditions, this redistribution can be risky. Engaging in sexual activity too soon after eating forces your body into a physiological tug-of-war, drawing blood toward the pelvic region for arousal, while your digestive system is already competing for the same resources. This conflict can have serious consequences, including dizziness, fainting, or even cardiovascular events. I remember Robert, a 69-year-old grandfather who loved hosting family dinners full of laughter and home-cooked meals. One evening, after an especially indulgent dinner, he retreated to his bedroom for a moment of self-pleasure. The sudden shift in blood flow overwhelmed his system, causing him to collapse. As he fell, he struck his hip on a chair, fracturing the bone. Surgery and months of grueling rehabilitation followed, robbing him of his usual active lifestyle. Robert struggled with pain and mobility challenges, never regaining his former ease of movement. Losing his active lifestyle left him feeling isolated and diminished. His story is a powerful reminder that timing matters. To avoid such risks, Wait at least 2 hours after a large meal before engaging in activities that require significant blood flow or cardiovascular effort. This pause gives your digestive system time to process the meal and restore proper blood distribution. During this window, choose light activities, reading, listening to music, allowing your body to recover so you can enjoy both a satisfying meal and moments of intimacy without forcing it to fight 2 battles at once. The fourth dangerous time is when you're dehydrated, the silent saboteur. As we age, our natural thirst signals become less reliable, often fading to a mere whisper. This subtle decline can leave older adults dehydrated without obvious warning signs, creating the perfect setting for serious health complications. Dehydration thickens the blood, forcing the heart to work harder to pump it. Muscles deprived of proper hydration become more prone to painful cramps and spasms. Cognitive function can falter, leading to confusion or dizziness. In this vulnerable state, engaging in sexual activity such as masturbation can amplify these risks, potentially leading to severe consequences. For men, dehydration adds another layer of danger, particularly for those with prostate conditions. Low fluid levels can concentrate urine, increasing the risk of urinary tract infections or worsening existing prostate issues. The physical exertion of orgasm, combined with a dehydrated body, may cause heart palpitations, lightheadedness, or even fainting. In extreme cases, the strain on the cardiovascular system could trigger a medical emergency. I recall a 66-year-old man in my practice who spent the day fueled by coffee and a diuretic, further draining his body of fluids. He ignored the telltale signs. He ignored the signs of dehydration, a dry mouth, mild fatigue, and sought a moment of relaxation. Almost immediately after beginning, he was hit with severe muscle cramps and a racing heartbeat that left him gasping for air. Paramedics rushed him to the emergency room, where doctors confirmed dehydration and an acute stress response. His ordeal was a stark reminder of how quickly a simple lapse in hydration can turn a routine act into a health crisis. The solution is simple but critical. Prioritize hydration. Older adults should drink water consistently throughout the day, even when they don't feel thirsty. A reliable approach is to take small sips regularly, along with hydrating foods like fresh fruits and vegetables. Before engaging in any intimate activity, pause to sip water and assess how your body feels. A well-hydrated body is more resilient, better able to handle physical exertion, and more likely to maintain cardiovascular stability. By making hydration a daily habit, you protect your health and can approach intimate moments with greater confidence. The fifth dangerous time comes right after showering, the bathroom trap. A warm shower can feel like a luxurious escape, washing away stress and relaxing tired muscles. Yet for older adults, this steamy comfort hides serious risks that can turn pleasure into disaster. Hot water dilates blood vessels, causing a temporary drop in blood pressure that can leave you feeling lightheaded or unsteady. The warm, humid air can intensify this effect, making fainting or loss of balance even more likely. For those who choose to masturbate in this setting, often while standing on slippery, wet tiles, the risks multiply dramatically. Falls in the bathroom are among the leading causes of injury in older adults, and their consequences can be severe. A single slip can cause fractures, concussions, or traumatic brain injuries. For some, just one fall can mean the loss of independence, requiring long-term care. Long-term care or daily assistance can become a reality after a serious bathroom fall. A place many view as a private sanctuary can quickly turn into a danger zone when caution is ignored. I once counseled a 73-year-old woman whose experience made this risk painfully clear. After a long, hot shower, she felt deeply relaxed and decided on a brief moment of self-pleasure while standing in the bathroom. A sudden wave of dizziness hit, and she lost her balance, striking her head on the edge of the sink. She survived, but the incident left her with lingering anxiety and a constant fear of falling. Her once independent life was now overshadowed by caution, a stark reminder of how quickly routine can turn to tragedy. To avoid such risks, take proactive steps after showering. Give your body time to cool down and stabilize. Sit on a towel or chair for a few minutes to let blood pressure return to normal. Rehydrate with a glass of water to counteract fluid loss from the heat. If the urge for intimacy arises, move to a safer space like a bedroom where you can sit or lie comfortably. Above all, keep the bathroom a place for relaxation and hygiene, not a setting that could put your safety at risk. By respecting its hidden dangers, you safeguard your well-being and preserve your independence. The sixth dangerous time is during emotional stress, the heart's breaking point. In moments of deep emotional turmoil, whether from loneliness, grief, or frustration, self-pleasure can seem like a tempting escape, a way to numb pain or regain a sense of control. But for older adults, this can be a risky gamble. Emotional distress floods the body with cortisol, the stress hormone, which constricts blood vessels, raises blood pressure, and places added strain on the heart. The physical intensity of orgasm, layered on top of this heightened state, can push the body beyond safe limits, triggering a cascade of dangerous symptoms. The risks aren't only physical, they can be psychological as well. An orgasm reached in the midst of emotional strain. Emotional distress can leave you feeling even emptier than before, intensifying depression or anxiety. In some cases, the sudden surge in heart rate and blood pressure during climax can trigger panic attacks, chest pain, or even cardiac events. For older adults with age-related or pre-existing heart conditions, this combination is especially dangerous. I recall a 70-year-old widower who turned to masturbation to cope with the grief of losing his spouse. Seeking comfort in fleeting physical release, he instead experienced frightening heart palpitations that left him shaken and afraid. Through therapy, he discovered healthier ways to manage his sorrow, journaling, taking gentle walks in nature, and reconnecting with friends. These activities brought him a deeper, more lasting sense of peace than any momentary distraction could. When emotions run high, it's vital to pause and choose connection over isolation. Reach out to a trusted friend or family member, even for a short conversation. Engage in calming practices like deep breathing, meditation, or writing down your thoughts. For those with spiritual beliefs, prayer or quiet reflection can offer comfort. If the urge for self-pleasure remains, wait until your emotional state has stabilized, so body and mind are in harmony. True intimacy should uplift and renew, not deepen distress or endanger your health. By protecting your emotional well-being, you can face life's challenges with strength and grace. The seventh dangerous time is right before bed, the sleep thief. As the day winds down, the night wraps you in privacy and quiet. Your body begins its natural process of preparing for the deep restorative rest it needs. Yet engaging in sexual activity or seeking orgasm at this point can act like a thief, quietly stealing the healing sleep your body craves. Late-night stimulation disrupts the natural rhythm of your physiology in powerful ways, with effects that can linger into the next day and beyond. When climax happens close to bedtime, your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep, takes a hit. Normally, melatonin levels rise in the evening to signal it's time to rest, but the surge of adrenaline, dopamine, and oxytocin released during orgasm can suppress this process. This hormonal disruption interferes with your sleep architecture, preventing the deep, restorative stages your body needs. The result? Restless nights, frequent awakenings, and mornings marked by grogginess instead of renewed energy. For older men, the effects can go beyond sleep loss. Late-night orgasms can irritate the prostate gland, potentially worsening conditions like benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH, or prostatitis. Already sensitive to hormonal and physical changes with age, the prostate may become inflamed, leading to discomfort, urinary problems, or an increased risk of complications over time. I recall a 72-year-old retired teacher who came to me with vivid, unsettling nightmares and chronic exhaustion. After a thorough evaluation, we traced his symptoms to a long-standing habit of late-night sexual activity. His body, already working hard to maintain balance in his later years, was being pushed beyond its limits by this ill-timed routine. We developed a plan to shift his intimate moments to earlier in the evening, ideally before 7 p.m. Within weeks, his sleep quality improved, the nightmares disappeared, his energy returned, and he felt more engaged in daily life. His experience is proof of the power of aligning habits with the body's natural rhythms. To protect your sleep and overall well-being, consider ending your day with calming, restorative practices instead. Curl up with a good book, practice gentle meditation or deep breathing, or spend quiet moments with a beloved pet. These activities signal to your nervous system that it's time to unwind, allowing both body and mind to prepare for the rest they deserve. Sleep is when your body works its magic, repairing tissues, consolidating memories, and restoring the energy you need for the day ahead. By choosing rest over late-night stimulation, you give yourself the gift of true rejuvenation. The absolute worst time after 70 is late at night, a dangerous gamble for seniors. In your 70s and beyond, your body operates with fewer reserves, and its ability to adapt to sudden physical demands becomes limited. Blood pressure, which naturally fluctuates throughout the day, tends to be less stable in the evening, especially in older adults. While orgasm can be pleasurable, it triggers a cascade of cardiovascular responses. Heart rate spikes, blood vessels constrict, and blood pressure surges. In the vulnerable hours of late night, these changes can push your system into dangerous territory. The risks are real, not hypothetical. A single late-night orgasm can elevate heart rate to levels that strain an aging cardiovascular system, increasing the chance of arrhythmias, heart attacks, or strokes. Beyond heart health, the physical exertion of sexual activity in a fatigued state raises the risk of falls, particularly when getting out of bed afterward. For seniors, a fall can be life-changing, leading to fractures, hospital stays, or loss of independence. I've seen the consequences firsthand. One patient, a vibrant 74-year-old grandfather, suffered a stroke shortly after a late-night intimate moment. Once independent, tending his garden and volunteering in his community, the stroke stole his mobility and much of his joy. Another patient, an 80-year-old widow, fell after rising from bed post-activity, fracturing her hip and beginning a long, difficult chapter of reduced independence. These stories are not rare. They're powerful reminders of how fragile late-night hours can be in advanced age. If you're over 70, treat this time as sacred for rest, not risk. Your body deserves protection, and your future self will thank you for choosing caution. Avoid sexual activity after 9 p.m., and instead focus on creating a calming bedtime routine that supports both health and longevity. Amid these cautions, there is good news. The late morning offers a golden window of vitality. Between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. is often the safest and most beneficial time for sexual activity, especially for older adults. By then, your body is at its physiological best, well-equipped to handle intimacy with resilience and grace. After a night's rest, you're hydrated, your muscles are warm and flexible, and your cardiovascular system is operating at its most stable. Blood pressure is steady, and your heart is ready for moderate exertion without unnecessary strain. This time also aligns with your natural circadian rhythm. Morning cortisol levels, which peak to promote alertness, give you energy and mental clarity. Your joints, already loosened from gentle movement, are less prone to strain or injury. Late morning is also a period of emotional openness, before the stresses of the day begin to build, allowing for deeper and more meaningful connection. I recall a 67-year-old artist who embraced this window as her ritual for intimacy. She paired it with mindful practices, stretching, hydrating, and reflecting on her physical and emotional state. What began as a practical adjustment became a celebration of her strength and vitality. She described feeling more energized. She began experiencing fewer physical side effects and developed a deeper sense of self-awareness. For her, late morning became a sacred time to honor her body, not a hidden act cloaked in secrecy. To make the most of this golden window, prepare your body with intention. Start your day by hydrating. Drink a glass of water to replenish fluids lost overnight. Add light movement, such as a short walk or gentle stretching, to warm muscles and improve circulation. If you take medication, time it to support your morning vitality, and consult your doctor if you're unsure. By choosing late morning, you're not only reducing risks, you're enhancing the joy, connection, and energy intimacy can bring. In short, timing matters. Avoid the dangers of late-night activity, especially after 70, when the risks outweigh the benefits. Instead, embrace late morning as a celebration of your body's resilience and vitality. With mindfulness and intention, you can protect your health while fully honoring the life you've built. You've now unlocked a truth that can reshape the way you live, love, and thrive after 60. By understanding the 7 most dangerous times of day for seniors to masturbate and the safest time to nurture your vitality, you've taken a bold step toward protecting your heart, your balance, and your independence. I'm Dr. Sarah Thompson, and I'm grateful knowing you're now empowered to make choices that truly honor your well-being. I'd love to hear from you. Which lesson today has opened your eyes? Maybe it's steering clear of risky afternoon slumps, or embracing late morning for a safer, more mindful moment. Share your thoughts in the comments so we can grow stronger together. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace. And remember to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint.